A DHL Airbus A300, carrying letters home from US soldiers, is just departing. The crew is unaware that just a few kilometers away, a terrorist group has its own plans for the aircraft.
Oscar Delta Lima Lima, cleared for takeoff.
Takeoff. V1. Rotate. V2. Positive climb.
Despite the calm in the cockpit, the crew knows that below 3,000 meters, they're vulnerable to attack from the ground. So far, no plane in Iraq has been hit with a surface-to-air missile, but it's known that the terrorists now have such weapons. Meanwhile, the terrorist leader, Abu Abdullah, appears to have chosen his spot. The journalists are now very alarmed. They cannot leave. They're trapped. This is video shot by the terrorists themselves. They'll deliver it to the media in Baghdad the next day. Big jets depend on hydraulic power. Hydraulic fluid runs inside pipes throughout the aircraft. When the pilots move the control column, pistons push the fluid in the pipes to climb, descend, or turn the plane. With no hydraulics, pilots have no way to control their flight. The missile has exploded in the wing, where the pipes filled with hydraulic fluid are now draining. It's like driving a car at speed and suddenly losing the steering wheel. A big jet can survive with one of the 3 hydraulic systems knocked out, maybe even 2, but all 3? None of the controls will work, period.
We've lost all hydraulics!
All 3 hydraulic systems gone. There's nothing left. The life of the aircraft is now measured in minutes.
That DHL is in trouble. He's on fire and he's turning back. Scrabble the fire engines, have many back on standby.
The control columns have become useless. Without the crucial hydraulic system, there's no way of moving the controls. The plane has started to behave strangely. It climbs to nearly 3,800 meters, then suddenly starts to dive of its own accord. They find that if they reduce engine power, the plane's nose drops and they begin to gather speed. If they then push the throttles forward, the nose comes up and they start to climb. But they have to learn precisely when to increase and decrease power. And there's another complication. The damage to the left wing is creating drag on that side and pulling them round to the left in a wide circle. So they not only have to move the throttles back and forth to flatten out the plane's roller coaster motion, but also try to apply more power to the left engine to compensate for the damaged wing, which is causing it to lose lift. After several minutes of violent pitching up and down, the crew managed to flatten out the flight path. By now, the crew realize that they've been hit by a missile somewhere on the left wing. Their Airbus has become the first civilian aircraft casualty of the war. Their fears are justified. The terrorist leader, Abu Abdullah, is waiting for a second chance to finish them off. Iraqi terrorists have fired a missile at a civilian plane near Baghdad airport. The left wing is on fire and the crew is in desperate trouble. Now the terrorists aim to finish it off. With no hydraulic power, Mario has to crank open the landing gear doors and let the wheels drop down by gravity alone. But it has an unintended effect. Lowering the landing gear has altered the entire balance of the aircraft just when they thought they'd figured out how to control it. It causes the nose to point high in the air and the speed to fall. No. It could easily stall and then crash. Against all the odds, they've made it back to the airport. An incredible feat of flying. They begin making preparations to land. The crew are now 28 kilometers away from the airport, getting close to where they will turn in order to make their long final approach to the runway. The only way they can turn is by applying more power to the left engine to make them go right and vice versa. They're swinging round to the right, trying to keep the plane steady and descend all at the same time, using nothing but the engines. Against all their instincts, they'll have to keep the speed up on landing or the nose will drop and they'll crash. They should be landing at around 300 kilometers per hour, but they're coming in 100 kilometers per hour faster. No one knows if the landing gear will take the strain. As they reach 120 meters, the hot air from the ground and strong wind blowing across their flight path upset all their plans. As the plane approaches the runway, the nose is pointing dangerously low and the left wing is dropping.
Hot rain.
DHL Airbus has managed to land through an incredible feat of flying. A final irony. After getting safely to the ground against all the odds, one more unforeseen danger. For the first time, the crew can see the damage for themselves. They've survived the unsurvivable. No crew has ever successfully landed such a badly damaged airliner. They had to learn and practice a whole new flying technique. But the remarkable thing is, had they known it, the technology had already been invented to save any pilot in this desperate situation.